Hello guys, and welcome back to New Labels Only. Today we have something very special and very unique to New Labels Only. We have the first ever watch made or the first watchmaker from Estonia, and the watch we have today is called Aegaon Watches. So let's have a look of the casing. So there you go. We have done a blog post about the brand of the watch, about how they came up with the idea, and they also have a Peacemaker 65mm in diameter, and it's actually pretty huge. Do have a look of the watch, the link is in the description. So this watch here is a Tabula Rasa 44mm in diameter. So this is the packaging it came in, very nice and neat. Definitely like the stitching here, and you have Aegaon here. Otherwise, very standard box. So let's see the watch inside. So here's the watch, and let's remove it. And here is your manual. Aegaon Watches, usual. Yep. Let's put it there. And here is the watch. This is the Tabula Rasa 44mm in diameter, or the Tabula Rasa 44. So let's have a look of the watch. So here is the watch, the side, the back, Tabula Rasa, the crown signed with Aegaon's logo, and then here is the face of the watch, the dial of the watch. Let's look at the strap, the back of the strap, genuine leather as always. And yeah, and then the buckle is signed as well with Aegaon. So one thing, you look at the watch straight away and see that the crown is at a very unusual position. Instead of your 3 o'clock, it's actually at your 10 o'clock position, and it is actually pretty huge. Instead of being your tiny one that's always hard to pull out, and this one is very large and very big. It's a push crown. There you go, that's for the time, and that's for the date. And we have to say this is very useful. Usually if you don't have long nails, it's actually quite hard to remove the pin, and usually have to bite the crown. That's what we usually do, but for this one it's very useful. It's big, you can just pull it out, you don't need to do anything. You don't have to struggle with it, just push it, adjust it, and push it back in, and that's very useful. And also at a very unusual position, but it's very unique to the watch, and we actually like it. So let's see the dial of the watch. So here you have the Aegaon logo near your 12-hour hand, that's the usual position. You have a date window, and you have a rose gold finish on the side. The casing is 44mm, and the width is actually 10.5, so it's pretty thick. The casing is brushed stainless steel and has been given a PVD coating to it. The glass is made from sapphire crystal glass and has been given an anti-reflective coating to the watch. So the movement inside is a quartz movement, an electronic quartz movement Ronda 715, and inside you have 5 pieces of jewel. The watch does quake a bit because of the casing, and also one thing you look at is the lug here. They're just there for decorative purposes, but they do add to the look of the watch, and they do extend that a bit. So here is the watch on the wrist. There you go. So, and on the strap you have a suede material on it. So there you go, as you can see, nice. So here is one thing we have to talk about is actually a bit loose on my wrist. I have a 17cm circumference in wrist, and this is just a bit loose. So another hole would have been great, but that's actually fine. So let's see how it sits on the wrist. Pretty well. In terms of moving my wrist, I'm fine. One thing is that you barely notice the thing because we got used to the crown, you will touch your skin, but this one is not there. But in terms of, let's put it back in terms of the crown getting the weight of my arm, no, the reason it isn't getting my arm because it's actually quite elevated a bit, so it's not going to touch it or gain the weight at all. Otherwise it sits pretty well. On the wrist the watch is not as heavy, so it's actually pretty light, but you do feel it though. So this is it. So how much does this watch cost? So the retail price of the watch is £348. which is probably around $440 or so. We are going to leave a link in the description for you to have a look of the watches. They do have different colors of this watch, and you can have a look at them, and they'll also have different sizes as well. So you have a 38mm, 44mm, and also you have the Peacemaker, which comes in a whopping 65mm. So do have a look of their watch collection. We have done a blog post on this watch, and we also have reviewed the watch. There's a link in the description for you to have a read. So this is it. So this is Aegaon Tabula Rasa 44 in blue, with the rose gold, which we definitely like about this, and the rose gold hand. So do have a look of their watch collection, and do have a read of our blog post. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.